Have you ever wondered about most dangerous places on Earth? Would you dare to enter a world where beauty and danger collide, where nature's wonders can be both mesmerizing and deadly? Stay with us as we explore these thrilling locations and discover the unexpected challenges they hold. Get ready for an adventure that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Number 1. Mount Everest. Picture the toughest challenge ever for mountain climbers. It's the tallest mountain in the world, reaching a height of 8,849 meters, which is 29,032 feet. That's more than 70 times the height of a big airplane. But climbing Everest is super hard. The air up there is thin, with only about 1/3 of the oxygen we breathe at sea level. It's like trying to breathe through tiny straw. Now, think about the temperature. At the bottom of Everest, it might be warm like a summer day, around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is over 21 degrees Celsius. But as you go higher, it gets freezing cold. At the very top can be as cold as -31 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around -35 degrees Celsius. Imagine you're climbing Everest. You have to deal with strong winds, freezing cold, and the risk of avalanches. The ice on the way up is dangerous, like walking through a maze of frozen towers. Despite all these dangers, lots of people try to climb Everest every year. But not everyone makes it. Since the first successful ascent in 1953 by Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, over 300 climbers have died trying. That's like saying if 25 kids in a class all tried to climb Everest, statistically one of them wouldn't make it back. But why do people still want to climb Everest? For many, it's about pushing themselves to the limit and doing something amazing. It's like the ultimate challenge, standing on top of the world and feeling like you have conquered everything. Number 2. The Mariana Trench. Picture the deepest part of the ocean and one of the most mysterious and dangerous places on Earth. Imagine diving deep beneath the waves, descending into the darkness of the ocean's depths. But be cautious, because the Mariana Trench is a realm of extreme pressure and darkness, where only the toughest creatures can survive. First, let's talk about its depth. It plunges down to about 10,994 meters, which is around 36,070 feet, at its deepest point, known as Challenger Deep. That's deeper than Mount Everest. It's like diving into a never-ending pit, where the pressure is so strong it can crush submarines and anything else that goes too deep. Now, imagine exploring the Mariana Trench. The water is pitch black, with no sunlight reaching the bottom. The temperature is just above freezing, and the pressure is over 1,000 times stronger than on the surface. It's like being in a freezing, crushing darkness, where only the most extreme creatures can survive. But despite its tough conditions, the Mariana Trench is home to unique and strange creatures. Creatures like the deep-sea anglerfish and giant squid have adapted to survive in this harsh environment. They use their ability to produce light, called bioluminescence, to find their way and hunt in the darkness. For scientists, it's a place full of discoveries waiting to happen. It's where new species are still being found and where we are learning more about the deep ocean. Exploring the Mariana Trench is no easy task. It requires special equipment and a deep understanding of the challenges of this extreme environment. Enjoying Journey with us? Subscribe to our channel for a regular dose of mind-bending exploration. Your subscription not only keeps you updated, but also supports us in creating more thought-provoking content. Subscribe now and be part of our community. Number 3. The Ring of Fire. Imagine a horseshoe-shaped area around the Pacific Ocean with volcanoes erupting and the ground shaking. It's one of the most dangerous places on Earth. First, let's talk about size. The Ring of Fire stretches about 25,000 miles, which is over 40,000 kilometers, from the west coast of the Americas to Japan and New Zealand. It's like a big belt of volcanoes and earthquakes surrounding the Pacific Ocean. Imagine living near the Ring of Fire. You might feel earthquakes often, and some can be strong enough to knock down buildings or cause tsunamis. About 90% of the world's earthquakes happen here, including some really big ones. But earthquakes aren't the only danger. The Ring of Fire is also a home to 75% of the world's active volcanoes. These volcanoes can erupt suddenly and shoot out ash, lava, and gas. Despite the risks, it's also a place of beauty and importance, where new land forms as tectonic plates and magma comes up from below. This creates amazing places like Hawaii's volcanic islands and the tall mountains in South America. For millions of years, the Ring of Fire has shaped our world, affecting things like weather and where animals live. And while it's dangerous, it's also a reminder of how incredible nature can be and how we need to respect and be ready for its power. Number 4. The Amazon Rainforest. Picture vast and fascinating place full of wonders and challenges. Imagine walking through a jungle filled with tall trees, colorful birds, and strange creatures. But remember, the Amazon is not just a paradise. It's also full of hidden dangers. First, let's talk about its size. The Amazon rainforest covers about 2.1 million square miles, which is about 5.4 million square kilometers, making it the biggest tropical rainforest in the world. It's like a huge green carpet spreading across South America, home to an amazing variety of plants and animals. Now, imagine exploring this rainforest. The thick trees and bushes can make it feel like a maze, with shadows hiding all sorts of creatures. You have to watch out for poisonous plants, snakes, and other dangers lurking around. But it's not just the animals you have to be careful of. The Amazon River, which runs through the forest, is full of hidden dangers like strong currents and whirlpools. And during the rainy season, the river can flood, turning parts of the forest into a vast swamp. Despite its challenges, the Amazon is also incredibly beautiful and diverse. There are millions of different plants, animals, and insects living there. From colorful birds and playful monkeys to big cats and huge snakes, the Amazon is a treasure trove of life. For the people who live in the Amazon, it's not just a place to survive, it's a home. They rely on the forest for food, shelter, and medicine, and have deep connections to the land and its creatures. Number 5. Antarctica. Imagine going on an adventure to the coldest, windiest, and driest place on Earth. It's like stepping into a frozen wonderland, but it's also one of the most dangerous places you can explore. Antarctica is super chilly, with temperatures dropping way below freezing. In fact, it can get as cold as -128.6 degrees Fahrenheit, which is more than -89 degrees Celsius. That's colder than anywhere else on the planet. And the wind there is crazy strong. It can blow faster than 200 miles per hour during big storms, which is over 320 kilometers per hour. Imagine trying to walk in that kind of wind. But wait, there's more. Underneath all that snow and ice are hidden cracks called crevasses. They're like deep holes in the ground, and if you fell into one, it would be really hard to get out. Antarctica even has volcanoes like Mount Erebus. They might not be erupting now, but they add to the danger of the icy landscape. Because it's so cold and remote, getting help if something goes wrong is really tough. Plus, there aren't any hospitals nearby, so if someone gets hurt, it's a big problem. So, while Antarctica might seem like a cool place to explore, it's also full of risks. It takes a lot of planning and preparation to stay safe in this frozen wilderness. Here is a question for you. Which of these dangerous places would you dare to explore first? Share your choice in the comments below. Number 6. The Sahara Desert. Let's explore the biggest hot desert in the world. Picture yourself walking on the hot sand, feeling the scorching sun above you. But be careful, because the Sahara is one tough and dangerous place. First, let's talk size. The Sahara covers an area of over 3.6 million square miles, which is around 9.3 million square kilometers, which is as big as a whole United States. It's like a massive ocean of sand and rocks, with temperatures that can reach over 122 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, which is over 50 degrees Celsius. Now, imagine you are walking through the Sahara. The sun is blazing and there is no shade anywhere. Without enough water, your body can quickly overheat and you could get dehydrated or even heat stroke. It's like being stuck in an oven with no way out. But the dangers don't end there. Sandstorms can suddenly appear, covering everything in dust and sand. You can't see anything, and it feels like being in a giant blender with sand swirling around you. Despite all this, the Sahara is home to some tough creatures. Camels, desert foxes, and even scorpions and snakes have found ways to survive in this harsh environment. Some plants, like the date palm and acacia tree, also grow here. For centuries, people have lived in and around the Sahara. Nomads move across the desert with their camels, while towns around oases provide shelter from the heat. So, while the Sahara is super dangerous, it's also a place of beauty and resilience. It reminds us of how powerful nature can be and how people adapt to tough conditions. But it's important to be prepared and respectful if you ever visit. Thank you for joining us on this amazing adventure discovering secrets of our planet. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending explorations. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Thank you for watching. Until next time.